Ooh. Oh boy. See, this is what I get for being like, yeah, I can go prime some minis before streaming, and then I sit down with 6 minutes to go, and I haven't even opened OBS up, and then it has to update, and then my audio output doesn't work anymore, and then I explode. But it's fine. We're here. Oh, hello. I'm back. It's time for birthday stream. It's been too long. Thank you, Daima, for the happy birthday. Welcome. I have a Rubik's Cube that's going across my desk, or else I'm gonna mess with it all stream. So, we are here in World of Tanks 2.0. I used to play a lot of World of Tanks back when I was a child. Literally, like 15 years ago, when the game came out originally. I was playing in the early days. I would have been 10 or 11, 25 today. And we're back with World of Tanks 2.0. I think the last time I played this game like properly was the 0.8 update, which was a very long time ago. It's either that or 1.8. I think it was 0.8 though. So it's been a long time, but I've not dropped out of like watching the game. I still watch Quickie Baby. I still like the Mighty Jingles. I recently started watching Ayuksen, who's frankly an incredible player that makes this game look very easy. So we're gonna jump in and we're gonna pick my starter bonuses. So with World of Tanks 2.0, for those who are not familiar about World of Tanks 2.0, or World of Tanks as a whole, let me do a quick rundown of World of Tanks. There are people here who might not even know what the hell this game is, vaguely. Tank game. 15 versus 15 combat. Usually each team has a base to themselves. If you destroy the entire enemy team, you win, or if you capture the enemy's base by sitting on it without taking damage for a certain amount of time, you win. That's basically it. Tanks have armor, they have guns, they have tracks. Those are three big important things. They also have engines which can catch on fire. That's also kind of important. The guns take a while to reload, so you have to be smart about when you shoot and what you shoot. The armor can deflect the rounds. So, for example, if I'm in an E77, which they've so graciously given me a 30-day free trial for, I'm probably not going to play this. And I'm sitting here, you see this extreme angle that the armor is at compared to what we're looking at. If you shoot a conical shaped thing, which like a tank round, at armor that is angled so heavily, and thick armor at it too. I think the E77 probably has some nasty armor. Let's check. They added a new thing where you can look at the armor. Yeah, you can see. So the armor is 135 millimeters thick. Like that's pretty chunky. It's not the chunkiest armor, but it's pretty chunky. But at this angle, if I shot at that, it's an equivalent thickness of 338 millimeters of armor, which is crazy. And also, it doesn't even matter how, like, the equivalent thickness, because it's at such an extreme angle that rounds would likely just bounce off of it anyways. I don't know if that's how it works in World of Tanks. World of Tanks uses a bit more of an arcade ballistics model, which is fun and good, I think. There's room for realistic ballistics models and arcade stuff. But yeah, they have armor, and then they have the tracks here, which if you shoot them, they fall off and you can't move anymore. Those are the three main things you have to worry about while playing the game. As you can tell, this little thing is quite pathetic in comparison to the E77. That's why there are tiers in this game. Tiers 1 through now 11. Used to be 10 for the entire 15-year length of this game. They just added tier 11. You can see this is a tier 3. You can see just down here the little 3 marks. This is a tier 8. It's a tier 6, tier 9, for example. How you progress through the tiers, which is kind of the gameplay loop of the game. You go in, you do a battle, little 15 versus 15 game. Once you complete the battle, depending on how well you did, you get experience points, and you use those experience points to research things. So you can see this little tech tree, the module tree. My tank is equipped with a radio, tracks, an engine, a turret, and a gun. Those are the things you research. You don't research better chassis, which are the main base of the tanks, but you can research better track systems, better engines, better turret systems, the works. You can see this turret would take 375 experience to research. So I need to go in a game and through my games collect 375 experience. Spoiler alert, that's really easy. Especially with some of the things they changed. Very easy now. And you research those, and once you research down one of these lines, you can see there are tanks on this end. You can research those tanks. We can look at the tech trees. These are the tank research lines. You can see it just popped up on this right side. Some tier 11 tanks. Some of these down here are hidden by my giant head. So as we're looking at them, I will just hide myself. Here, I'll even do this real quick. Here we go. Awesome. Now I can just change things much better. There are different nations. You have the US, Germany. Germany has 4 tier 11s. The US has 2. You have Russia. Russia's tech tree is giant. They have 2 tier 11s. You have the UK, they have 2 tier 11s. France, they have 2 tier 11s. Czechoslovakia, no tier 11s, but some very fun little tanks in here. Japan, no tier 11s, also some fun little tanks in here though. China has 1 tier 11 and a lot of very fun little tanks. The 121 and the WZ-120 are like just fun little tier 9 tanks. 121 is a tier 10 rather. BZ-75 is a pain in my ass. If I play any like tier 9 or tier 10 today, which I'll probably jump in 1 or 2, you'll see. Poland, they have 1 tier 11 tank. And also some really fun heavy tanks and tank destroyers. I'm actually not super familiar with their medium tanks. Then Sweden has 1 tier 11 tank. Their biggest thing is their tank destroyer line because they're really weird. Then Italy does not have a tier 11, but does have a lot of fun tanks. With the 2.0 update, you can see in the top right here, I got some currency. I have 300 gold, which is crazy because Wargaming does not like to give out gold. 6 million credits, very helpful, and 2,000 free XP, just to help get you along. But the biggest thing they do, what I'm excited about, is the World of Tanks 2.0 award. I just picked 2 tech tree branches to fully research to tier 10. And I can do that for free. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to look through the tech trees and see what I want to grab. Because this is some older knowledge of how these things, these tanks worked. And just stuff from watching the average YouTube video once every 2 months when my brain goes, ooh, World of Tanks. Let me go see how Quickie Baby is doing. I think I want a line of like just a fun tier 10 tank that I've always wanted to play, like regardless of what is on that line. And then I want a utility line, something that I can research back that will give me access to a second line that I'm really interested in. So, for example, a good utility line would be like the T110E3 line, because this tank up here Goes all the way back down, T95, T28. T95 is a tank I want to play. T110E3 is sick. But this research is all the way back to, I think you're tier 6 or tier 5. Is it tier 6, actually, now that I think about it? Let's look. If it goes back to tier 6, it's going to make it way harder on us to decide what we want to do. It does go back to the tier 6. Okay, that's good to know. In that case, a good utility tree would be the hacker line, because this will research back to the E8, the EZ8. And then once we get the T20, we can go down to the T57 heavy or the M48 pattern once we're here at this tier 7. So that's what I want to do for my second tree. For my first one, like I said, I just want something fun. Also, ideally, I would research a line that could get me to a tier 11, but I kind of don't care about that very much. Let's see, what tanks would I be interested in the American line? The T803 is not one I'm super familiar with. The hacker seemed neat. I'm not going to base it off of the tier 11s, just that they're there. I'm sure they're mostly good. So what would I want to play here? I'm definitely interested in the T110E3 line. Just because the T95 is really funny. But the T110E4 line is probably better for me just getting back into the game again. Well, they're turreted. And if I remember correct, well, I don't even have to remember correctly. We can just look. These are all very fragile tanks. The Jackson's not super fragile except for the turret, if I remember correctly. So honestly, just going high armor, derpy tanks might be good for a first tank destroyer line. T110E5 is just kind of classic. I'm not researching the MVY line because it hurts my soul to look at. Like, look at this thing. What the hell? I don't like it. Let's look at the T803. That thing is a brick. Goodness. That's definitely a possibility if I want to go down a heavy tank line. Oh yeah, the other thing to keep in mind is also how awful is tier 7 and down from that tier 10 that I'm interested in. T29 is great. M6 was like awful back when I played the game and there was like nothing in the game and it was still a terrible tank. I don't know if that's because nobody knew how to use it or if it's just bad, but I'm not excited to play that. So that's even more justification to get the E5 line, skip that, and just jump straight to playing the T29, which is a great little tank. Or a great big tank, rather. This thing's huge. Plus, I could skip the 90mm, because it fully researches everything, too. That's another point. Tank! Yeah. I'm going ape. All of my, like, early middle school, elementary school tank fixation is coming back to me in an instant. I'm very tempted by the patent line, just because the patent rules. Like, look at this guy. It's just a sick tank. Plus, it goes into the tier 11 hacker, which I think I've been seeing is really good. So, I mean, there's a whole lot. There's a whole lot here for me. And the T57 heavy, is this like a good tank? I mean, it's a weird little tank. It's weird. It might be worth trying. So I'm not super inspired by this line. Here, let me hide myself, by the way. Like, maybe not hide, but there we go. So that way you can see everything. Hacker down here. I realize I've been pointing at this and you couldn't see it. My bad. Yeah, hacker line here might be interesting. I'm not going to do a light tank line. I'm not going to do SPG because I'm not good enough for light tank, and I might play SPGs at some point, but I'm not going to research a tier 10 one. Now, German tanks, here's where things get interesting for me, because my baby when I was playing this game, like my favorite tank ever, is it down here? No, it's not. It's probably a collector tank now. Darn. My baby was the Hetzer, though. I loved the Hetzer and the Martyr. Those were my guys. Loved those tanks. And I eventually got up to a Jagdpanzer 4, and I really liked this thing, even though I was a child and terrible at the game. I just love the German tank destroyers. I think they're amazing. They're really cool. The Jagdpanzer E100 is just the coolest thing ever, honestly. And every tank on the way is really neat. So I don't know if I want to research this line, because I want to play the Jagdpanzer 4. I want to play the Jagdpanther. I want to play the Ferdinand. I definitely want to play the Jagdtiger. Like, look at that guy. So that, I don't know about that. How about the Guerrilla line? Nashorn is cool. Stoya Emil, if I remember how to say it, is neat. I want to play around the Borsig because this thing was a meme. I remember this thing was like brutally overpowered at one point when they introduced it. And then the Waffenträger auf Panzer IV is also kind of silly. And then, of course, the Grilla, which is just a crazy little tank. And then the Hirschkäfer, which is the tier 11. This thing seems really interesting as well. So that's a tempting line. But I'm already wanting to go down the Jagdpanzer E100 line. So I think I'm not going to take either of these. Let's check the other lines. There's the Mouse line. The Mouse line's really tempting, right? Because the Mouse is neat, and it goes to the Taschenrat now, which is a really cool little tank. Big tank, rather. The biggest tank in the game. It's like 90 tons or something stupid. How big is it? 200 tons. It is 200 tons. Oh my god. So that might be neat. That would also spare me from the agony of playing the VK and the Tiger P, which I remember trying to play back in the day, and I hated them so much. I hated these tanks. I really did. Tiger P has some decent armor, though. It's really not bad. Now that I actually am not a baby, should be fine. Tiger 1 line going to the E75 and the E100, that sounds like it's a fun tech tree to play. The Tiger wasn't even that good back when I was playing, so I can't imagine how mediocre it is now. However, it's the Tiger, so, you know. The big question is simply going to be, is the VK good? Or 30.01. The VK 1. Whatever. Is this tank even, like, okay? It looks like it has some armor. Oh yeah, that's not bad. It's a little bad. Never mind. Is that terrible to play? It really doesn't matter because it's tier 5. Is this terrible to play? I think it's an 88. What are the stats on this? It kind of sucks. Gotcha. When I say it sucks, that's because I'm looking at mainly the gun reload. The pen is bad. 145 millimeters of penetration at tier 6. I'm not going to be able to do much against heavy tanks from the front at all. Even weak points would be difficult. That DPM is okay, but I don't know what is good at tier 6. But that dispersion, 0.36, better than Russian tanks, but that is still going to hurt. It's not perfect. How fast is it? Let's check the characteristics. Top speed of 50. Okay. It's a little fast. I don't know. It might not be horrible. This is one line that I'm tempted by. Because E100 is also great. But E75 is awesome. Tiger 2 is like an actually good tank. This is a line I wouldn't mind trying to play. Especially because the Tiger is just, I wouldn't mind trying that. E50M line, that's something that I feel like is worth just simply playing. Because I don't know much about the VKM, but I know the Panther and the Panther 2 have really fun medium tank guns. They're kind of glass cannons. The E50 is the opposite of a glass cannon. It is the most insane thing in the world. And the E50M is just a solid medium tank. When I last was learning about it, though, it seems fine, but not amazing, because it's basically the E50, but bumped up a tier, and it fires APCR by default. So if you have an E50 and you're firing gold, you basically have an E50M with better matchmaking. So that's one that is like, I want to play the E50, and I don't know if there would be a reason for me to play the E50 if I just researched this full line. Now, this one's interesting, is the Leopard line. If I got up to the Leopard 120, which looks neat, I don't want to play these tanks below it. The Leopard PTA, the Indian Panzer, the VKD, the Leopard 1 even is a little awkward. Like, why would I play these tanks, you know? So that one's a little tempting. And then, again, it's a light tank line. I'm probably not going to play them. However, the name Borken Kefo is really funny. So, I'm tempted to just play down these tank destroyer lines at, like, the same time. If I were to research any line, it would be this Leopard 1 line to get to the Leopard 120. So, that was my watch on my table. How did that make that noise? Anyways. Now we get to Russia. Don't worry, the only thing I'm covering up is the T100 light tank, which is the best light tank in the game. But again, it's a light tank. I'm not going to bother with it. So we have two really, really fun tank destroyer lines. The good news and bad news is that they're really fun. So good news, if I decided to play them, they're sick. Bad news is if I fully research these, I miss out on playing the tiered tanks up to them. Like the Su-85 is a really good tier 5 tank. The Su-100 is great. This is an example of a really good utility tree, by the way. If I pick up the Su-100, then I can make my way towards the Object 268 and 268 version 4, which are both exceptional, especially the 268 version 4. But then I miss out on playing like the Su-152 and then the ISU-152, which was a dream tank of mine back in the day. So this is another tree that I would really like to just play down all of these. Now, what is interesting to me is the KV2. I want the KV2. I really want the KV2. And that would allow me to then jump up to the Su-152 if I wanted the ISU-152. But I could also just grab the Su-100, which, like I said, is good, and then that takes me down both. So, like... Now, the big question is the IS-7 line. This might be a fun line, because this gives me a reason to play the IS, to get down to the ISM if I wanted to do it, and that would take me to the Object 705A, which I don't know much about, but that's another possibility. And that also branches to the T10 and the Object 277. Both of those tanks I don't know much about, but that gives me options and a reason to play the previous tanks. And also, it skips the KV-1S, which is like my least favorite tank ever. It's fine, but you know, I kind of hate it still. And I can play the IS-7, which is like the most fun little tank in the world. It's so sick. So that's a pretty big one, especially because it takes me to the KR-1. This is a huge possibility. This is one I'm really interested in. Everyone says, oh, just go with the Russian heavy tank line leading to the IS-3, or IS-7 rather, just to take it to the full tier 10, because that's just great to play as a beginner. I don't know about that, because KV-1's an amazing tank. KV-1S sucks horribly. The IS is hard to use. It used to be really good, but it has paper armor now. And the gun is fine. But once you get to the IS-3, it's kind of sick. You just kind of point it at people and they die. Is another option is the T150 line, going down to the KV3 and KV4. And then I can grab the IS-4, which I don't know much about, but I think it's decent. And then I can like do the funny and get the double barrel Russian heavy tanks, which seem fun to play. So that's a real possibility. That also allows me to skip playing the T150, which is probably better than the KV1S, but I know that it's really slow, at least. So we'll see. One that I'm also very tempted by is the Object 430U line, because the Object 430U, I think, might still be the best tank in the game. Like, at least the best medium tank in the game. So that's very tempting. It also brings you to the 432U, which is nasty looking. And then that branches to the Object 140 rather, which I don't know much about the 140, but that's something to go for. I really wish it went down to tier 5. If it went down to tier 5, then I could pick up the KV1, go down this entire IS-7 line, and then start researching the KV2 and T150 from there. That would be really nice. However, it's not that big of a deal. I can just play the BT5, get the T28 for easy, and then T28 to KV1, which isn't like the most fun, but it's not horrible. Not interested in the K91. Again, it doesn't have any utility. So, also, I don't want to play any of these tanks. Like, I don't want to play the T43. Though I really do like the T34 tank. Like, look at this. Look at this little guy. Has so much personality. I think it'd be fun to unlock the T34, honestly. And then T3485. You love the T44? Gotcha. Maybe this will be a line that I play down, because I do want to take a medium tank line. So I might end up taking the T44, not as my full tech tree, but rather just researching this in line with another thing in that case. Let me look at it. It also has so much personality. It's really good. What's the armor like on it? It's a little bouncy. You can get some funny bounces off of that, especially off the side armor. The turret's okay too, as long as you can hide the weak spot. Like if you side scrape from here and don't expose the lower plate, this could actually be kind of a funny little side scraping tank. Not as good as like an E50, but like, you know, it could do it. Yeah, so I think I'll save the T34 line up to the 432U then for actually playing, because that seems like a fun line. So I think current favorite to actually speed research down is a premium version, the T44 100. Yeah, I've seen that thing around. Is it here? No, it's probably in their premium store. Premium store still opens in the browser, I think, so I won't try to bring it up. But I've seen the T44 100 around. And if it's just a T44 but with like a special gun, that sounds sick. Does this thing have... Okay, so this does have a 100mm gun to it, but... So, I don't know what it is then, but... It sounds great. I mean, it's a tier 8 premium tank. It's gonna be fun. Let's look at Britain. Now, there are two really good tier 11s here that I'm tempted by. The Breaker and the Contriver are really neat. I'm tempted to research the Badger. Like, get this for free. Because I like the idea of playing like the AT7, AT15 Tortoise, especially the Tortoise, and the Badger. They're all really cool tanks. I don't want to touch the AT2. Like, look at this little guy. I just don't like the idea of playing the 6-pounder gun for 30,000 experience. That's just me. However, the AT2 also does lead to the FV 4005, which is a barn with a ship cannon attached to it. So that might be good. I don't know. I'm very tempted by the Badger, though, because these British tank destroyers, unless you hit the cupola up here, they're, like, impenetrable. Like, if you shoot the gun mantlet, nothing gets through that. All of this, nothing gets through it, pretty much, especially if it's a little angled. Like, nothing's going to get through this. If you're wiggling around all of that. The lower plate is not a weak spot, really. It's pretty tough. If you go hold down in this thing, goodness, it is nasty. You're only getting penned by gold. This bar on the top can't really even be a weak point. You're not going to overmatch that, really. These cupola up here are only weak points just because they're not sloped. This thing's a monster. You just kind of sit in front of people and shoot them. It's really cool. Which again brings me to the issue of, if I can get past the AT2, this seems like a really fun line just to play through. The AT8 has like a really fun little gun, 150 alpha, right? But it reloads in like 4.5 seconds. That's really fun. It's super accurate. It's super, super accurate. And this thing also is kind of a beast. Like, look at that. 200 millimeters of armor here at tier 6. Even this is so sloped that it's not quite a full weak point. There's not a weak point in the lower plate. You can definitely overmatch the top, but that's not going to be a problem if you're like kind of cresting a ridge and looking down. Even these are less of weak spots. They're still weak spots. 150 millimeters is, that's, you can pen that with most things, but still, like, these tanks seem fun. They seem really fun, and I'm interested in them. So I don't know if I want to fully research them. Let's look at the can opener to the contriver line. I have to play the Churchills. If I fully research to the can opener, I keep wanting to call it can opener because it sounds like a name. No, it's literally can opener. That is the name. It's the can opener. If I fully research the can opener line, I can start going for the contriver. Or I can research the super conqueror line. Because the chopper seems like it's kind of nasty. It's a nasty little guy. So if you look at the armor, like, this front plate's nothing too crazy, but if you angle it a little bit, it can be kind of bouncy and your side plate's not too bad. The big thing is just the gun mantlet. The can Oppenheimer. You're so right. I mean, with the way this thing shoots, it kind of does deliver nuclear bombs. I'm not gonna lie. Like, 420 average damage, but it's double. Like, if you're shooting both guns straight into somebody, that's 840 alpha. That's so nasty. And it's a good heavy tank gun overall if you're just shooting one with that .33 dispersion, 2-second aim time. It's a decent single fire load. Like, it's a solid single gun, and it just nukes people. But yeah, if I research down the Super Conqueror line, the Super Conqueror is a fun little tank. And I kind of don't want to play the Black Prince, so that would be nice to skip. And I would be playing a fully researched Churchill 7 with the full 77mm gun and the better engine and better tracks. I'm very tempted to research the Super Conqueror because that's just a, if I remember correctly, just good. Black Prince is one of your least favorites. Yeah. Like, in my experience with this thing, it has the Churchill problem of it's really slow and the tracks are so exposed. But also, the armor's just not very good for a heavy tank. 95mm hull armor, which is gonna get hit. And if this doesn't get penetrated, it's probably gonna still damage your tracks. 95mm of turret armor is terrible. If you get side on with anyone, you're done. Then, like, also, this little bit on the hull is such a big weak spot. This, like, 152mm of hull armor here in the front isn't even very good. The turret is nice, but you'll get people overmatching the top of the turret. And if you get hit by artillery, they're gonna obliterate your health, because that's penning. It's 19mm. It just seems like a brutal tank to try to play. So, yeah, I think Super Conqueror is one option. Super Conqueror is definitely an option. I would also generally add... It's a heavy tank that can't hold any position, yeah. It just seems useless. Because, I mean, you compare this to the IS, which is another tank that, for a heavy tank, has fragile armor. It's still going to be bouncing things. It's still not bad, and it's very maneuverable, and it has a pretty good gun. What does this do? 150 average damage. Like, that's just not going to be scary to people. Whereas if you're running the 122 on the IS, you're going to intimidate people even if it's taking 13 seconds to reload and has a 0.8 accuracy. Like, it's not going to hit anything. But people will see you're running the big gun on the IS and not push you. But this thing, I don't think anyone's going to be scared of a Black Prince. So, yeah, that's something I'm definitely thinking is research candidate, because it has the utility with the Churchill 7 at tier 6, and also gets me to the Carnarvon, which is a solid tier 8, and then the Conqueror and Super Conqueror, which I know a lot of people like. Another line that I would consider is the British medium tank line, but this is a good line. The Cromwell's a fun tier 6 tank. The Comet's amazing. The Centurion's great. The Centurion 7-1 is amazing. The Action 10 is great. This is just a really fun line to play. So, yeah, plus with the Valentine, if I research that, I get the Valentine AT, and I can go for the AT too. Or I grab the Matilda, that opens to the Cavalier, which is nice. So I'm going to need the Valentine anyways if I want to play any of the tank destroyers. I may as well pick up the Matilda, have fun bouncing rounds all the time, and grab the Cavalier and play down an excellent medium tank line. I'm not going to play any of the wheeled tanks. They're really funny, though. They're really, really funny. That might be for later, but they're really funny. Yeah, so right now I'm definitely tempted by the Super Conqueror to be one as like my utility one. So let's keep looking and see if there are any that are fun. French tanks. These tanks are plagued with awful tanks in the lower tiers. Like horrible, horrible tanks. ARL 44 is good if you know how to use it. And the M445 is pretty cool. It's not bad. They have good guns. That's kind of the thing with the French tanks, from what I remember, is they have really good guns. The Foch is kind of what I'm tempted to go for as like a fun tank. Because if I want to play like any of these tanks, they just have really, really unique, interesting guns with not the worst armor in the world. Like, they're pretty survivable other than whatever abomination this is. But they're decently survivable. If you put them in good positions, you can do just nasty damage. Because this is a magazine loaded gun. 400 alpha damage, 6 shells in the magazine. That's horrifying. That is utterly terrifying. And the Foch B has some excellent armor. Like, it's just angled so well. 300 millimeters of effective armor. The lower plate's still 270 effective. If you're slightly angled, guess what? This thing's nasty. You just have to worry about that. And if you're playing well and doing hit and run, you're not going to have to worry about it too much. It's just a monster tank. So that's one I'm tempted to for, like, fun. Because, boy, do I never ever in my life want to touch this thing. Like, what even is that? I hate it. So this is tempting for fun line. And then I think I'm, like, not good enough at the game to even try for any of these. Like, I'm not a light tank guy yet, so playing up to tier 8 light tanks just to grab the bat chat doesn't sound fun, but also I think I'm not good at playing anything like the bat chat. Now, this is a little tempting. It's the heavy tank line going to the AMX M454 and then the 50B. These are cool. I wouldn't mind playing these. I've always liked the ARL 44, and the M445 is neat, and then the M454 or 51 and M454 are just really, really, really good tanks. And also these, this line, the AMX 50, 100, 120, and 50B are also just good, and I would be down to play them. Czechoslovakia, probably not gonna go for either of these. They don't lead to tier 11s, and the Skoda T50 and T50-51 are neat. I don't think I've ever seen anybody playing the Czech heavies. Japan is very tempting because I can't imagine anything more painful than grinding at the OI, except for the fact that you get to meme with the 150. Like, this thing's really funny. But it sounds horrible. Up until you get to the Type 5 Heavy, which is hilarious. Japanese heavy tanks going from the Mitsu, I don't know much about. What's the Type 71? This thing looks cool. What the heck? All the coils up there. Are those like shock absorbers? That's neat. And it's cool. It's the armor like on it. It's fine. Has that notorious tank weak spot right there. So I guess this would be something you go hold down in, because that's getting overmatched. That's getting probably not penned reliably. Turret's nasty. The turret is really nasty. You can get hold down in this thing, that would be crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just not super drawn to it. I'm not super drawn to the tank destroyers either. China's one that's really interesting. This BZ line. Ooh, ew. Looks a little goofy. Oh, that lower plate is so gross, though. Ugh. Man, if you angle it like this, hold down, that's terrifying. This thing looks really scary from armor alone. That might be fun to play. And the 111 is, if I remember correctly, is really good. They have the tier 11 here. Oh, and this is a tier 6. This is the super utility line. This brings you to the 121, the 111.5A, and the BZ line. That's really tempting as a utility line. That's very tempting. Just to have access to all of those. Poland, this might be interesting because 60 TP is like fun. The Zagal. That's not how you say it at all. Zagal. This thing looks silly. I love it. And then this is like just a monster tank destroyer. It's so... Look at that barrel. What? That's sick. What the hell? That's really cool. That's one that would be cool. But also, I wouldn't mind just playing this line. That's kind of my thing with tank destroyers. Like, you don't have to worry about them too much. You just worry about the gun, and the guns are usually good. But there's no utility in these, and I'm not particularly drawn to the 60 TP or the CS medium line. Swedish tanks, these seem fun. The Stridsvagn tanks are really cool. They're really, really cool. It's something I'm very, very interested in. There's also another line, though, that it's like, why couldn't I just play up the tank destroyer line? Then Italian tanks, I've heard that the Progetto has been nerfed horrifically, which is a shame because I would really love to play this line. Like, it would be so cool to get the Rhinoceronte line and then research the P43 and go down the Pantera Standard B and Progetto line. But apparently these have been nerfed to the point that they kind of suck. But these are really cool tanks. That's another very tempting line, is Rhinoceronte, because we have the utility of going down to the Pantera line. So, I've spent 45 minutes looking at the tech tree. What do I want to do? What is a line that would be interesting to me? I am interested in the Patton line, because we have the utility of going to the T57 Heavy, gives us access to the Hacker as well, and the Pattons are just neat. Plus, I don't really want to play the M4 Sherman. It's just big. The gun's fun. Like, 2,000 damage per minute at tier 5 is nasty. But the problem is you're not doing 2,000 damage per minute, because you're being turned to Swiss cheese in a second, because it's big and paper. Getting the T110E5 line might be interesting, because the M2 line it's gross. It's so nasty. M5Y is so gross looking, but I kind of love him. Having looked at him, he's kind of funny. And that avoids us having... Oh, wait, no. Getting the T110E5 line would not give us access to that. We'd still need to play the T1. Ew. Don't really want to do that. I'm very tempted by the E3 line, because I would mean I don't have to play the Jackson or the T25AT, which are decent tanks. I can skip straight to the Turtle. I can skip straight to this guy, play him a bunch, and then I have a really fantastic tier 10 tank destroyer. So that's on the short list, is the T110E3 line and the Patton line. Those are short list. German tanks... I want to play the German tank destroyer line straight up, because I like all these tanks. It would not be the worst thing in the world to just skip straight to the mouse, because it's a really easy tank to use. You just kind of drive at people. And I would like to play the Tiger line, and I would like to play the Panther line. So just skipping straight to the mouse seems very interesting, because I do not want to mess with the 3001P, and I don't want to play the Tiger P. And I kind of, I don't even know if this is good. I hate that weak spot up there. I don't know. It also just, I don't like it. I don't like the motion either. Just, But I do like the mouse a lot. I love the mouse, and the Tashin Rat seems disgusting. So that's a very tempting one. Then here, now being informed that the T-44 is like actually like great and really fun, I'm not going to research the 430U line. I'll just straight up get the T-34 and go down this. Tempted to grab the IS-3, so that way I don't have to play the KV-1S, plus that gives us the utility of going to the 277 and 705A. Like, getting the IS-7 is a really good tank. Plus that sounds like fun. I think I'm going to get the IS-7 line. I think I'm going to get the IS-7 line as my first fully unlocked tech tree, because I can play the IS-3 a bunch, I can play the IS fully researched a bunch, go for the T10 and 277 and the 705A, and also go towards the KR1. That just sounds foolproof to me. Foolproof, rather. British tanks. Tempted to grab the Super Conqueror to avoid the Churchill line, because I don't want to play the Black Prince. But if I do that, I don't want the IS-7 line. I would just want to play Super Conqueror, go to the can opener, which sounds I'm tempted to do Foch and IS-7 line, because I want to try the Foch B. And I want to try the IS-7. Let's do that. I think that sounds good to me, because the medium tank lines, I'll just play down them. Medium tanks, for the most part, are, like, perfectly chill to play. Ooh, phone. Thank you for letting me know that Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins is on sale. Okay. So for this, I want the IS-7. Let's just do that. Get that out of the way. Thank you for that. Never have to play the KV-1S. I can play the IS fully upgraded. I can pick between the gun that's good and the gun that's fun. I can play the IS-3, which is awesome, fully upgraded as well, to actually research another tier 9, and I get the IS-7, which is sick. So that's done. Let's make 100% sure that I want the Foch line. Let's look. Because the MXM4 line seems like it would be neat, because then I can go into the 50B. But again, no. What I'm going to do here is a bad decision. I'm not going for utility. I just want to play the tier 10 tank. That's what I'm thinking about. I just want to play the tier 10. So what are tier 10 that seem fun? Foch B seems great. T110E3 with the T95 sounds awesome. That sounds really fun. I really like the idea of playing down these lines, so I don't want that. The Badger seems neat, but I also don't mind playing down this. It's just going to depend on the AT2. I'm not really like drawn by the Super Conqueror. That's not one I feel like I would play much. Czech tanks, I'm not super interested in. Japanese tanks, I'm not super interested in. Just going straight down the 121 line might be fun, or the BZ line might be fun, but I don't want two heavy tank lines. And also the BZ58 seems like it's actually a good tier 7 heavy, so all of these should be good. The 121 might be really cool. Polish tanks, not super drawn by them. The Stritzfong line seems really cool. It seems really cool. Plus it goes to the tier 11, which I've seen isn't, like, amazing, but it is just, like, a better 103B. You just don't use pillbox mode, and it's insane. And then this, I would be fine with playing up to this. Yeah, that sounds okay. So what would be a line that's just fun that I don't really want to play down? It might be the T95. It might be the T95. Because everything else is cool to play down. It also might be the Foch. Just because the Aerial V39 gives me the ick. Like, big time. Like, what the hell? And this thing it's big and goofy. I don't mind playing that, because it's fun. Like, these are fun, personality-filled tanks. I just want to avoid, like, gross, nasty, boring tanks. Like the Black Prince, but I don't want to get the Super Conqueror. And I'm also fine with playing, like, the Chopper line. That's fun, and I'm okay with getting the Churchill 7, so I think that'll be okay. I like the Cromwell line. Do I want to get the Foch B? I think we get the Foch B. Just screw it. Let's get the Foch B. Why not? Alright, we spent an hour. Oh my gosh, Zuko here. Thank you for the happy birthday wish. I appreciate it very much. Okay, we have tank. We have a lot of tank. So many tank. Sick. How do I adjust this to where it looks not horrible? Can I set it to 2 lines? My vehicles. Oh yeah, that's right. You can do playlists now. You're keeping this on while you work? Heck yeah, dude. Much appreciated. This isn't where you go. Is it going to be in the settings? No, because that's going to be here. I don't know how to make this to... There we go. Okay. Let's grab the tanks I'm actually going to be wanting to use, and we can outfit them a little bit. IS-3, primary. IS-7, primary. The Foch B, primary. Sick. Let's make sure these have everything we want on them. This guy, we're going to want the BL9 with the IS-3 helm. What am I talking about? We want good engine. We want good tracks. There we go. Fully researched IS-3. Field mods. Nuance configuration. Tier 6 through 10 that have acquired elite. With XP. Okay. So 1 will get us this. Okay, so that's the alternate config. Okay. Oh, okay. So you can do alternate loadout with shells and consumables. Tier 3 is, or mod 3 is equipment and directives, and then you have these, which are basically bonus equipment, I guess. Yeah, they are. Okay. Nice. Easy. Good to know. Ammo incomplete. I'll do that when I actually go to do it. I think the tier 10s are already by default deleted. Yes, they are. So in that case, I7's good to go. Is this the only tank I'm going to actually play right now? I mean, I guess. What's the pen on that? T25 at tier 8. we probably want to take this down to like 18 and get a good amount of premium. And then I want equipment on here. We want improved vents in the vent survivability slot. Cool. Then what else does this thing like? This is a brawler. So we want like super heavy spall liner, right? Ramming damage. Yeah, because you ram people in the IS-3, right? Oh, that's a lot of credits. I'm gonna be playing this tank though, so it's worth the credits. Do I want a gun rammer? Gun loading's okay. Maybe a turbocharger just to get around. What's some mobility like? Gosh, 1.1 million. Yeah. Let's go with that. Let's try that. And then this is bonds. Oh, cool. Oh, this just grants full perks to your guys. Okay, that's cute. Now let's do crew. Yeah. First, Brothers in Arms on everybody. Bonus perks. I think situational awareness is always going to be the best one. It just increases your view range. So I'm setting up this tier 8, but this isn't what we're going to do first. We also get some... Wow, that's a lot of XP. Goddamn. Okay. Oh, yeah, right. Need these kits. Crew efficiency bonus. I've seen a lot of people run these things instead of fire extinguishers. I'm just going to take the basics, though. All right, we have an outfitted IS-3. However, we have warm-up battles. I don't know what warm-up battles are. Battles against AI-controlled vehicles that do not count towards your statistics, but they do give us XP. We get 3 of those. So, I want to play low-tier tanks that we don't want to deal with. So, let's pick. I would like a medium tank, and I would like a tank destroyer. I think I want to go down the German tank destroyer tree, which I can do through the Panzer IIIe. So I'll play that to get the Stug 3B to go to the Stug 3G, which will take us through. And then, I mean, I may as well do the T-34, huh? May as well. We got recommended the T-44 specifically. So let's do that. So we'll play BT-5 and Panzer III. So where are those? Panzer IIIe. Set that as a primary, and BT-5. So let's do these guys first. These are tier 3s. I'm not going to bother with crew. Are these fully researched? They are not. Okay. So we'll do our AI battles with these two and go from there. I think the one that's going to be the most annoying is the BT-5, so let's get him out of the way first. With this, we're going to go to the BT-7, which then goes to the T-34. So let's go BT-5. Let's play a couple. It's been an hour and 5 minutes. Let me unhide myself. Let me come back up. Oh, and also I'll move over. We'll see if that's okay once we get into the game. So, I guess we're waiting for an AI battle. I guess it might be searching in case there are other players who are also looking for one. Okay. Cool. So the reason I moved myself is because I like to bump the map up like that. That's how everyone plays pretty much. Let's go ahead and just slide me over here. You can still see my equipment, you can see the map. I'm not in the way. How is the game volume? The game volume seems okay. We're playing the game. Yippee! It's a little loud. We'll see. I'm not gonna actually charge the hill. My gun potion's pretty good. Am I gonna charge the hill? Yes, I am. There's no one here. That means the AI all has to be in the town, huh? Let me turn it down a touch. Sound. We'll turn that down to 20. Let's see how that is for everyone. Let me do spotting. Oh my god. That's real bad. I'm probably still spotted. I'm gonna go around here, make sure there's not enemy tanks kind of charging over here. Can I spot these guys? I don't like that. Yikes. Okay. Let's see if I can help this side a little bit. Oh, phone. Why are you yelling at me? Okay. I'm gonna go back to this bush and spot everyone again for my team. Yeah, proxy spotted. Okay. Let's go around here and just kind of flink away from this point at the T-70, wherever he was. Should be right around this corner. There he is. Yikes. Nice. Lit him on fire, too. Real good. They don't have any tank destroyers, so they're all probably just hanging out around here. We can just farm damage. This is why I wanted to play a low-tier tank in this, is because we just farm the AI, because they don't know what they're doing. Like, we're basically guaranteed a mastery badge. Ouch. We're basically guaranteed an ace tanker as long as I don't die in a stupid way. Which will be thousands of XP. Because we'll also get the 2x bonus for first win of the day. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he drove in front of me. Beautiful. Okay. I'm gonna check back here. I don't like driving in the open like this. This is sketchy. Keep an eye on the map. Just make sure that we're not getting flanked horribly. Yeah, look at that. We're already at 1.1k damage in a tier 3 tank. Ah, missed that tracking shot. Missed that one too. Oh well. Okay, we can start moving up. I'm just playing a little bit cautious because we have 3 chances against full AI matchmaking guaranteed. And I really don't want to squander any of it, because I would... Playing tier 3 tanks isn't the most engaging thing in the world, you know? I can't really see him. Is this an okay hill to go down? Oh, wow. That was spooky. Let's just snipe the M2. And we'll just keep track of the medium 3. Oh, that was silly of me. There we go. Oh, there's another one. Nice. Am I going to get a top gun this game? Probably. Let's flank this medium 3. Bruh, that was a silly shot from me. He's so focused on this other guy. Oh! Let's go! Ammo rack, top gun, 2,000 damage. That's an easy, guaranteed mastery badge ace tanker, and we're probably done with researching the next tank. That's how easy it is, folks. Oh, 3 days of premium from Tank Academy, 500 more gold. Beautiful. What do we need from this? Just research a module and mount it? Okay. I'm gonna go here. Let's look at this. Did we get Ace Tanker? Okay, it doesn't give us badges for the AI match. That's good. But we can apply that, and now we have so much XP. I never have to do anything again. Okay, actually, oh no, yeah, we easy. Oh, cool. What's the next mission? XP multiplier. Oh, okay. So we'll do that in the Panzer III. Makes sense, no badge for AI match. Yeah, it would really suck to be hunting, like, mastery badge on every tank in the game and have the ace tanker limit be AI matches for the BT5 where people are farming like 3k damage. Because I had an insane game there by actual real standards. I was playing safe and not shooting the whole time. I bet you can get like 3,500 damage with just a very normal AI game if the AI has poop for brain and does not do anything properly. We can actually research both of these, huh? Is there a reason for me to research the T-28? I have the tanks. I guess to get the KV-1 later. So yeah, let's do that. Let's just research that now. Research... All we need is the BT7. Let's buy that. BT7's like an actual good tank, too. So, yeah, BT5, I can sell that. We're not doing anything else with that. 19,690. Thank you for your service, BT5. We have BT7. Let's hop into our Panzer III first. Get that second AI match done. Wow, we got a lot of free XP. Let's quickly look and see if there's any reason to get this. Slightly better pen, that doesn't matter. Gun loading's a little better. Yeah, slightly better. It is barely better. There's no point in using free XP. Let's just hop in, get another 2,000 damage top gun, and then we'll be good. Damn, I opened Twitter. First thing I see is that Clayton Kershaw's retiring. Wow. Probably one of the last of, like, the truly legendary pitchers we're gonna see for a while. But He has done really well this year, even with everything. And he'll be able to pitch in the playoffs for his last year. Hey. What a career Clayton Kershaw had. Guaranteed Hall of Famer. Let's shoot some tank. I think I'm gonna go up on the hill. This thing has slightly better gun depression than the BT5 did, so we'll actually be able to work the hill properly. This is one of your favorite maps? Yeah, it's one of mine as well. I nearly just flipped and threw. That would have been so sad. Oh. Yikes, yikes, yikes. That's bad. Let's help our T-70 and these guys down here first. I think the Stritzvong's not going to do too much. Okay, let's go take care of the Stritzvong. This is one of my favorite maps, for sure. Like, it provides fun, engaging games at low tiers, which is not an easy thing to do. Nice. Okay, let's... Do I want to peek this way? I don't care. We're just going. Cool. Let's keep going. Just push around back here. Since we're going to be going into buildings and stuff, I'm going to be able to really help a lot. I just bounced an M2 medium shell off of my ass. How nice. Another Panzer IIIE is right here. Just farm them. Same for the T-70 up here. We're just gonna drive at them. There we go. Okay, 3 left, 1 unspotted. Yeah, I thought he was camping the bush. That makes sense. The only problem is my AI teammates are way too good. They're killing everything. Stop. Last 2 should be along this line. So M1542. He's looking at me funny. Ow. I think the last one's gonna be up on the hill. Oh no, he's right there. Sick. I'm glad these guys just don't even look at me. That's awesome. Oh, there's so much health on this guy that I can just farm. Ooh, thank you. Thank you for your donation to the war effort, Medium 3. That was juicy. Almost 2k damage. Almost 2k damage. Should be more than enough to get to where we need to. What's the next mission? Use free XP to research anything. Okay. Nice. Let's check this, and then I can go back and double if I want. I won't need to. What does the 3J lead to? Let me look. I want the 3J. Okay, so let's go ahead and double that so I can also get the 3J. Or triple it, rather. Research that. Then we want the Stug. Then we want this guy. Banger. And then I'll buy the Stug. And Panzer 3E can be sold. 15 for 83. And then where did the Stug go? There it is. Primary. Alright, we've got our tier 4 tanks. Yippee! Let's check. What's going to be the worst one to play through? Probably the BT-7, because with this, it's a tank destroyer. It has a good gun. So we probably want to play the last warm-up guaranteed AI battle with this. Let's see if I can free XP anything just to make it easier on ourselves and get that mission done. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot to be free XPing on a tank that we're going to be guaranteed a lot of experience in our AI battle. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's just go ahead and buy our stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and just run these, because I don't want to risk getting blown up, like caught on fire by a tank, or have my tracks blown off by a lucky shot. So yeah, my brain has been so in tune with this game recently. It's been a lot. All I could really think about is playing this. I like touched the game a little bit on one of my old accounts and was like, ooh yeah, I want to stream this. And so I'll probably stream a good amount, because I've been liking it a lot. Plus, streaming keeps me like mentally aware of my own soul, so I don't like get angry and start raging at the game, even if bad things happen. Because, yeah, it's very easy to get angry at this game. Do I want to head up the hill and risk it? Gun depression's not very good. AI is really good about supporting going up the hill, though, so as long as I don't get memed by an autocannon, we should be fine. I got spotted, so I'm just gonna very quickly brush the bush here to spot everything else. And then we're gonna go back and help with the looks. That's insane. I tracked him twice and he used a repair kit. What a dork. I just have to follow him and kill him, like, really quickly. Oh, he's gonna be awful about it, isn't he? Okay, there we go. Most of the problem guys are in the town. Yikes. Ooh, that stung. Hit my gunner. Can't have that happening. Nice, dodged him. Dodged both of those guys. Beautiful. Let's see, this Panzer IV. I can just shoot from here. It's not going to be able to hit me. We're doing fine in the town, considering. Okay. Hello, friendly BT-7. Oh, dang. He just wanted to hug me, huh? Alright, let's head back here. Let's see if we can't spot for our team and start putting in shots, even with our terrible gun depression. Yeah, there's that guy, which I can't do anything about. Ooh, we can spot and start shooting the guys still in their cap. This shot's gonna hurt, but I need to eat it to deal damage. Okay, now he's hidden. Of course he hit my driver. Dang. Okay, I need to go back and around and into the town itself to help, I think. Unless I can get a good view from here. No. Is this safe? This is vaguely safe. It's thick. Let's go say hi to this Cruiser 4. Okay, the Cruiser 4 and the other tank here are both one-shots, so I'm just gonna go. There's that Cruiser 4. He's a one-shot. Cool. And then the Lago's down there. And kind of put pressure on him, and hopefully not get jerked by like a T-28 with a 75. Ow. Ah! Dang it! I got way too greedy. Whatever. That's a lot of damage. It doesn't matter that I died. Let's just head back to garage. And we'll figure out. We'll probably play this Stug. Or apparently not. Or maybe not, brother. Okay. I'm gonna have to play this quite a few times to really get used to it. Let's triple that. Oh yeah, I'll have 2 more left. That's well worth it. That'll get me pretty far into actually researching this thing into being a useful tank. Nice. And then we get... Do I want this? Let's look. Yeah. Yeah, I really want that. Okay. Beautiful. And then we just need like 7,000 XP to get the T-34. Cool. Since I'm actually going to be playing this, I may as well put on perks too. But yeah, sure, we can go for that. Let's go ahead and just slap Brothers in Arms on, because that'll give us 32% of the efficiency of Brothers in Arms. So that gives us 0.5% of crew efficiency, which is still significant. Like, that's enough to be worth it. Like, worth the 15 seconds it's going to take for me to do this. Safe stowage, shell velocity, that's really nice. Oh, intuition. That's fun. All of these are a little bad. Intuition's the best, but I don't care about that. What is... I mean, I guess that, for now. I don't think it's gonna matter. Brothers in Arms. Okay. Yippee! Our BT5 is good. Then that's it for my guaranteed AI matches. Though I'll probably continue to get them. Tier 4 is pretty barren. I might get a couple real players. Let's look at this thing. What do we got on this guy? Start with a 75mm. Decent dispersion, good gun loading time. Like, this is a good tier 4 tank destroyer gun. And then if we can get a derp gun if we want to hate ourselves. How much better is this than our old? Slightly better pen, same rate of fire, slightly better accuracy. It's like barely better. Okay. Since we're going to be playing this tank for a while, let me do the crew skills here as well. Brothers in Arms for everybody. And then this, we get situational awareness. Since we'll be playing for a little bit, they'll train up enough to where we'll actually get use out of the perks by the end. Does this have... yeah, okay. Since we're done with the warm-ups, let's have some fun. Let's play some big tanks. Let's play our IS-3. Why not? We actually get to play the video game now. Top tier IS-3. Let me make sure voice chat's not on. There we go. I don't want people yelling slurs at me. It is World of Tanks. Okay, so as long as I keep my lower plate hidden, this thing should be evil. Like, this is kind of a perfect map. Oh, look at him. I spent so much time wanting this tank, and now I have it. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's a little speedy, too. Dang. I'm gonna... what's the gun depression like? Terrible. Awesome. 2 EBRs kind of push it up the middle. What's this guy gonna do? I'm not gonna over push, I'm just gonna very slightly... oops, wrong direction. I'm gonna kind of back out. I see someone there. Nice. I'll take that assistance. Oh, our Tiger P. Oh, our Tiger P. That's how I am when I have to think about playing the Tiger P as well. Don't worry, bro. I'm gonna go here and try to hold like this. Actually, our 65T's here. I'm gonna really push. I feel like this is a tank that benefits from being insane. That really hurts. That stung. Yeah, the BZ. I literally don't think I can pin him. But as long as I keep him distracted, it's fine. What's the T-32 doing? Trying to just jive and get a shot into his lower plate. Shit. What? What? Okay, I've learned my lesson. I have learned my lesson. Oh my god. That is disgusting. This guy's a good player. He knew that I was exposing my engine deck. And that I was vulnerable because of that. Oh, and he shot me too. Where did that go in? Was that gold? It was gold. Let's see where that went in, and I'll learn from that. Is there like a... Oh, wow, he just barely hit the tiniest little example of a port there. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, that would have gone a lot better if I didn't get hit by 2 penetrating HE shots from that heavy tank. Damn. Alright, well, anyways, Foch, I guess. Yeah, I think we'll equip out the Foch first. Bonus perks, yeah, situational awareness. I'll fill out the perks, then I'll change their appearance. I don't know what they can look like, so we'll see. Everyone brothers in arms. Okay, let's check. Who do we want? They should do a collaboration with F1, so I can have Pierre Gasly as my tank commander. I want someone with a beret as my tank commander. Flosh? That sounds like Foch. You're my tank commander. Cool. That's all I needed. Then... Man, we're spending a lot of money to fully outfit this. Coated optics would be good. Ooh, improved vents is probably what I want here. Because I don't care about any of those, really. Okay, we're going to do improved vents, coated optics, a stationary vehicle. That sounds banger. I'm not going to do that right now, though, because I don't want to just dump money. And then we're going to go with these basics until I learn what to do. Okay. Bosch B time. Okay. Ooh, tier 11 matchup. Well, you're never gonna guess where I'm gonna go. There's a big hill right there. What are my personal missions? I don't have any. Campaign tab? We'll have to go there once I finish this. Is up there like actually a good place to go? I don't know. I'm gonna try it though. 33-second reload time. Looks like our gorilla is coming up here as well. And kind of like angle down here, which will allow our gorilla to get a full view of everything. I don't think they want that. Those guys are going to be visible to me. I don't know if I should play this tank aggressively or as like a pure sniper. So light tank over there. Can I actually see those guys? No. Lost in the IS-3, that's kind of my fault. Oh, dang. I'm watching them. Damn. Oh, gun handling. Brother. The tank has to move the tiniest bit. Jeez. I'm not having a good time with gun handling right now. I think I'm gonna move here. Okay. I was gonna say, I think I'm gonna move there with my gorilla to try to put shots in, and then they evaporated that poor guy. Should I just stay here and keep watching here, or do I want to try to get away? Shit. I thought that would be an opportunity. Well, it was an opportunity, I just didn't actually connect. I'm gonna sit with my gorilla and try to get in any sort of look down here. Ugh. I feel useless. That T-100 definitely just spotted me. Yeah. Shit. I can't tell where that batch head is. I don't know how he could see me. I literally don't know where he is. There's the KR-1 there. There's a CS-63 moving in. Ah. This is bad. This Leopard 1 peaks. Oh, got him. It's the first shot I've connected in my tier 10 tank destroyer. That's embarrassing. Oh god damn, this is so bad. This is really bad. Brother. Oh. I give up. Oh. Aw. Yeah, I give up. Oh, man. I feel real bad. I did literally nothing. I did nothing. Okay, let's see. So battle pass, I can select a chapter.
The new battle.
Stop. New themed 3D styles. Cool. Ooh, IS7. Give me that. Yes. OMG, I got Blackboard Blitz. Okay. Do I actually get the hardline style even if... Yeah, I do. I get it for free. Thank you. Okay, that's very nice. And then... Often trigger Paradox 1v6 combat and modified vehicles. That seems fun. That's cute. Yeah, I didn't do anything. That was bad. New campaign.
The rocket we couldn't stop wasn't carrying.
Okay, you need to be quiet. Can I go back and do any of these? It is available. I literally can go back and do those. Okay. Ooh, Stug 4. Yippee. Object 260, T55A. Okay. Well, let's do the new one. Complete the preceding operation. This is the first one then. Windhund.
Let's get straight.
Okay. This is just an operation. Pretty normal. You just do these. Cause damage to enemy heavy tanks by shooting them 7 times. Or do 1,000 damage. Score 6 pens. Cause damage to an SPG. Period. Okay. Easy. Okay, well, we failed with those. And then this. Do I want to spend credit? I may as well spend credits just outfitting it. I may as well. We want... a spall liner. We want a turbocharger. Do I want a gun rammer? Or do I want grousers? I might want grousers just to keep this thing fast, huh? Oh, I want improvements. That's just kind of goated to take every time, huh? Okay, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, but you know, it's worth it. But these guys, brothers in arms for all of you. Except for Kirill, he'll give me some extra view range, maybe. Bonus perk. Do I even care? And it's good enough, I may as well. And then we'll go for these. Alright, let's try the IS-7. Hopefully I can actually be useful. Hey, top tier. Oh, the enemy IS-7 is chunky. Hehe. Look at my tank. Okay, so what do I need? I just need to shoot. I need to do 1,000 damage, which is like 2.5 shots. Cool. The 2.5 die read right? It's 2 with a nice roll. Ooh, 215B, 183. I like this map. It's fun. Did they just, like... I mean, I guess it's gonna take them, like, 30 seconds to get up here, but still. Leopard 1 absolutely hauling it into the town. I'm gonna be a little bit safer than that guy. 113. Yeah, I'm gonna cut in here, because I don't like how aggressive they're playing on the outside there. I want to actually be able to get into the town first. Sorry, 113 BO. I'm just scared. Push a bit aggressively here. Ow. Back out. Oof. Did not know there was a 405 there. Okay, that's good to know. Ouch. So much for playing a tank that's good at not dying, huh? I'm gonna stay back here. I'm not gonna peek that 1E3 again. Or 184, rather. Yeah, sorry, ST2's pushing up. Thank you, brother. Ow. Owie! I need to start playing a lot more passively, I think. Oh, there's a mouse, okay. Nice shot by our ST2. I'm dead. Yep. Let's see where he shot me. I'm pretty sure it's just the lower plate, right? Oh no, he just shot me square in the face. He just shot me square in the face and there was nothing I could do about it. Oh well. It happens, I guess. Let's play a tank more my speed. Let's see how this goes. Just do 3. It can't be bad. Maybe we'll get an AI match and we can go crazy. Yippee. Okay, we get full AI. Awesome. Alright, I think we're gonna go down the valley, the mountains area. Just because we could kind of push through that whole place with a lot of cover. Let's see how this thing moves. I don't know how fast it's gonna be. not very fast, but also not incredibly slow either. Okay. Okay. We have 2 tanks coming with me. We'll wait here until my medium tank. We have 3! We have 3 friends. How about it? Wait here until they can kind of push up. Okay, good. I have the gun mobility to get up there. Grant. Okay, I don't think they're gonna push up the hill, so I'm moving. What's the gun depression like? No! There's none. Boy. Oh, baby. Owie. Owie. Useless. Useless AI teammates. Okay, here's that guy. Owie. He's running away! I can just shoot him in the ass. Yes! Ah! Okay, nope, I don't like that. I'm getting out of here. Bro, look at my medium tanks. Oh. AI is a problem, dude. Oh, jeez. Aha, there we go. Ah. Nope, I can't see him, so I'm gonna have to do this. He's just going. We're not getting overtaken in the town. Wait a bit longer. I'm gonna take a drink of my green tea. Then I'm gonna try to peek again. Ooh. Thank you for reminding me of nothing, phone. It just went ding. Well, I see where the M4A1 is. Ooh, there's a steward now. Okay. Not M4A1, the M8A1 rather. Ow. Again, little freak. Ow. Oh! I wish you could command your AI teammates, because if they literally just, like, went over this hill, like, we would win this flank so easily. But me and this tank with 0 gun depression has to be the one to peek. They're not even, like, ready to shoot anyone that I spot. They're just hanging out. What's the deal with AI teammates? Risking it for 100 more damage. Yeah, I don't even care. I'm just gonna full risk. Full risk. Ah, okay. We're gonna lose that game. I bet the whatever the hell. The video game. No, we won it apparently. Okay, well, give me this triple XP. This is like the only tank I'm gonna get it on because I suck. How is that IS-7 game taking so long? Sheesh. Okay, well, I want this thing to be better with mobility, I guess. So let's just work towards that. Then otherwise this gun is like fine. Yippee. I guess let's try one more in the IS-3. Haha. Okay, well, I guess the answer is pretty simple as to what I'm gonna do. I'm going to hold W and go down the mountain pass. And hope I don't get instantly evaporated by, like, all of their tank destroyers looking at me at once. I'm just gonna go here. I'm just gonna chill out until my 252 and Viva come over here. Why me? Well, I know why me. I need to kill my crew. Lol. God damn. Like, they're just... My armor is useless. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, he has a autoloader. What does this want me to do? Use free XP. Okay. What can I research with this? Oh, nothing. What my stug? I'm not gonna do that with free XP just to get the thing. Ugh. Ugh. Man. Why is this still destroyed? What happened? Gosh. I don't even care anymore. I don't care if I'm bad. I'm just gonna play my tier 10 tanks. I'm just gonna do it. Ghost Town. Interesting. Let's see where we want to go. I think literally just up there, huh? That's just kind of where it go. Maybe I can push our T110E4 up there for a little bit of assistance. The IS-7 match was a draw. Wow. Guess we're gonna hang out here and just wait and see what happens. I feel like I'm gonna get blind fired and die. Let me see what my view range is here. Wow, I have really good views of everything pushing in. Okay, so if they start pushing in, I'm gonna be able to help. They marked here. Does that mean there's a light tank there they want me to blind fire? I don't know. Minotauro saying that too. I only have so many bags that I don't know where people stay here. Patton's been able to put in some shots on different guys, I guess. I feel like I'm in a uniquely useless spot right now. But I know the second I move, someone's gonna get spotted here. Yeah, our Leopard and Patton are moving up. Let me focus on staying attuned up here. Ooh, okay. Leopard 1 just got shot by something. Oh, there's a 215B. Okay. I think I have to move. I straight up don't have the view range to be able to help very much. From there, at least. I can push up in here and do my best to kind of brawl with my Foch. Oh great, there's a mouse there. I think I have to try to take out the 215B183 though. What the hell? Dude! This gun, what the hell? Oh my god. This BZ-75 is gonna be gone before I can shoot him too. No, he's not. He's just impenetrable. Oh, never mind. Damn, what the freaking hell? I shot by a 7. Yeah, I still have 3, which is a good amount of damage. My question is, do I stay here at the IS-7 or do I fall back and kind of get stuck in the village? I think I have to go back, because if our other tank destroyer dies right there, that's bad. I just have to hope that no one's right there. Okay. Oh, this is really bad. Yeah, our IS-7 and T-110E4 should be able to deal with a Leopard 1. I should have started reloading back there when I decided to move. I'm learning, though. I'm learning. It's fine. Yeah, I got you, mouse. Did I hit that guy? No, I didn't. Ugh. Bryce, this is bad. Yeah, I'm gonna try my best. This is horrible. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my life. Okay, it's fine. At least I got a kill. You know? At least I got a kill. Stories? I don't care. Oh well. Can't be good at every game. I think that's gonna be it for me for today. Unfortunately, things didn't go to plan, but we have a start. We have a start. And that's what's important, because I can come back tomorrow with my 2x, get Stug in BT7, play a little bit more IS3, try to learn it. Maybe I can look up tank reviews on how to use these. Figure out how to use the IS7, Fosh-B, and IS3. And then keep going with those, because this guy, I still can research the T110. Which is what I'll go for. Does that say that it's eluded? Can it be truly eluded without this? I don't know. Oh. Huh? Did I accidentally click on that? I guess I did. Anyways, yeah, that'll be it for me. This was chill. Even though I got obliterated and bullied heavily, this was a good time. Thank you guys for coming out. This stream held like 6 or 7 concurrent viewers the whole time, which I think is the best I've ever had. So thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for the birthday wishes. This was great. I can't promise I'll stream tomorrow, but if I get the itch to play some World of Tanks, I may as well hop on stream while I play, you know? Ooh, we got the Fosh back. Teehee, 400 XP. Hey, I'll take it. That's twice as good as my last time. Alright. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it very much. I'll be back sooner than like 5 months, which was the last gap in streaming. It was 5 months. Why did I outfit the Fosh with no APCR? Goodness. See you next time.